relating this topic to Samantha Josephson. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly, from South Carolina. It is a total, it's a total loss. It's a total loss that someone's daughter, aunt, niece, granddaughter, girlfriend, wife, if you will, someone's sister, sibling, just someone's best friend, someone's student, okay, someone's mentor passed away. I am not here, and let me make something very clear. As a former president used to say, let me be clear. I am not blaming the passenger at all. However, at the same time, I also want to tell you, if you're a customer and a passenger, please listen and look at this video and read the description, because this video is not only for the driver, but this one is for you, the customer. Okay, I know some of my customers, when I give them a ride, want to look up my channel, and some of you guys get a kick out of what the drivers say. But anyways, this is not what this video is about. You will see on a video from the Coachella, this is from the Coachella video from the first week. If you didn't pay attention to it, I'm going to upload it again, but there is a group of 3 girls. I turn around and I actually extend my arm and I give them a handshake. And what I'm telling them right there, and you'll see, is thank you. And of course the customer is like, what? I said, thank you. You guys are doing the right thing. Their 2 best friends ordered an Uber for them after the Coachella Festival, but this doesn't have to be just at the Coachella Festival. This could be in Hollywood. This could be at the Hollywood Bowl. Anywhere, okay, anywhere. I'm just using Coachella as an example because this is where it occurred. The first thing that their friends did was went in front and back of my SUV and looked at the license plate. Then they looked at the vehicle, that it was the correct color and vehicle. And then they looked at me and made sure that it was the right driver on the application. Now, to most veteran drivers, what I'm telling you, it's blah, blah, blah. I already know about it, whatever. But for the new drivers, you guys need to be very careful. Do you realize how many customers from the many trips that I have done, I do not start the trip until I literally turn around, look at them kind of like in a hello, acknowledge me, look at me. Am I your driver? Am I some random person? And the reason that I get very emotional and very upset about this is, again, because someone lost a family member. Someone made a decision to drink and not drive, and they ended up getting into an Uber. An Uber that wasn't even an Uber driver, that this person lost their life. Now, it gets me very upset. Let me tell you why. I'm going to put up a video right now. I'm going to screenshot it. You can go to OfferUp and Letgo. Now, depending on where you are looking at my video, but here in California, we have OfferUp and Letgo. It's kind of like a Craigslist where you can buy, sell, trade, use stuff, services, and so forth. But if you go and type in Uber, Lyft, you will see that you can buy the Lyft amp. You could buy decals, Uber, Lyft, any type of rideshare. You can buy it. Go to eBay. Go to Amazon. It's very easy for you to buy a $5, $10 sticker or the amp, and then go to any concert or any bar where someone's drunk and they get in your vehicle. Okay? My thing is, if you are a group of guys or girls, whatever it is, because this could happen to guys as well, if it's the 3 of you, talk to each other. Hey, I don't know what you guys call each other, girlfriend, homegirl, whatever, If you see that I'm getting into the wrong car with a buddy, grab my hair, grab my hand, don't let me go, whatever it is, whatever you have to do to keep your friends safe. So why not help them that if you're more sober, looked at the license plate, the person, the vehicle and then let your friend go inside that vehicle. Another feature that had already been on for both Uber and Lyft for a past year is when you get a ride and you don't feel comfortable at all, especially if you're a college university student, on your app you can hit your trip details and put share location. And it will share literally to a family member or loved one. You can even forward it to your email. It will literally show the vehicle, the distance, the speed, and how long it took for you to get from point A to point B. That is just something additional, a safety feature. Now, as you'll see here, I'm very upset at this title. That, of course, it's a freedom of speech, but it says Uber rolls out a new alert system following murder of college student. Let's be realistic. Uber has never really cared. And what I mean by this is every time that there is a driver that gets murdered, stabbed, robbed, shot, or a passenger, it's almost the same copy and paste. Don't mark word for word. I'm just, remembering here. Uber will make every effort to comply with law enforcement and anything. We are truly sorry for blah, 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 blah. That's it. There is never a follow-up. There's never a psychological, emotional, anything help after that copy and paste. I mean, I could do that literally, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste all day. No, Uber, Lyft, drivers and riders need an actual phone call, a human being. You guys can't tell me you can't afford. You guys can't tell me you can't hire a group of staff that is dedicated to the trauma. So not only driver, but let's say a driver gets stabbed or shot. Who of you at Uber or Lyft are calling the family member? Hey, is there anything that we can do in monitoring? It would be great if you could help them out money-wise, but I mean, let's say you do not give money. Wouldn't it be great just a phone call? Hey, how you doing? We're doing so good. So many trips. Customers loved you. Blah blah blah. Uber, we are human beings. We're not your puppets. We are your money creator, your money generator. If you really think about it, the customer is the actual breadwinner for you and for us. Without the customer, there's no Uber. Without drivers, there's no Uber. So think about that, Uber. But again, drivers, you too need to be disciplined, okay? If you're sick, do not let Joe, your cousin, or Maria, your sister, drive. That's not the way it works. One, you'll get deactivated. Two, you're just going to add more fire to the wood of all these losses that are going on. Right now, Los Angeles County has 3 to 4 young ladies that are doing a major lawsuit because Uber knew and did not inform female riders about these fake bull-legged Uber drivers that were ripping off, possibly raping, molesting young ladies. And when you withhold information, you're a criminal too. So why? Well, isn't it true that you could be arrested for an accessory? An accessory if you know where a murder is and you don't want to tell where they are, or if you saw something or know someone that killed somebody, and you keep it quiet, you're an accessory, right? So Uber is an accessory. They knew people have been complaining, reporting constantly. Hey, this. But anyways, guys, you need to take the necessary steps. I'm gonna post the video directly after this comment that I made regarding the actual interview that today, I think it's News Today did with supposedly the new Senate Security CEO in San Francisco of Uber. So now the customers are going to have an option of requesting only a female driver. This was at another article that I read, but for this news media report, is that when you're getting the ride, it's going to alert you to make sure that you check the plate, the vehicle color description, and the driver. And then the app will trigger 3 times for you to, just in case you're looking at your email, your phone, your kids, like the reporter says, it will re-trigger again to make sure that you're getting in the right vehicle. Now, I do want to point out that when I switched most of you guys know that I had a Lexus for UberX, then I had a Expedition, a white Expedition for Uber XLX, and then I have now the Nissan Armada green. When I changed the vehicle, it was not my fault. A lot of customers were looking at me at the first and second day and saying, hey, you know what? It says here on the app that I'm supposed to be getting picked up by a white Nissan Armada. And I called Uber, and I'm going to try to find that message support that I messaged them, hey, I don't want to get a negative feedback or a report on that I'm using the wrong vehicle. I explained it on the inspection sheet. I explained it in the insurance card that it was a green Nissan Armada. I even told them that I would send them a picture of the vehicle. So now you'll see on my app, it doesn't even show a green Nissan Armada. It just shows a black stock car. You'll see it's like a black cartoon block a car. Okay, and that's Uber's fault. Okay, so normally when I'm in a rave or event, I will normally right away, when you're texting your customer, I'm in lane A3, B4, whatever, green Nissan Armada SUV. And then one of the reasons that I have the disco lights, not just because it looks good and beautiful and party, but I always tell them, green Nissan Armada SUV, you can't miss it. I'm the whole disco party light inside. So even if someone's drunk, they're looking for the disco lights. They might not even be looking for the green Armada because Uber's app has my vehicle as a black square. You'll see what I'm talking about. Guys, this is your Lean Empire Sobby, Rideshare driver. Again, my condolences to the family of Samantha. My prayers to her family, loved ones, friends. Not just her, but all victims of assault, of rape, of if they've passed away, both for passengers and drivers. And again, I am tired of repeating myself, but I will always keep on saying it. Get a dash cam, preferably one that has an inside view of the cockpit cabin of you and your passengers, and one that is facing outside. This way, at any time, you can have a full detail of the trip, of the behavior of your passenger, whether it be a suspicious person, a drunk person, or any type of sexual misconduct that they claim on you. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the timer here. It says 13 minutes, 18 minutes, 28 seconds. I'm going to try to trim it down in under 10 minutes. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Share this video because it's very important. I do not want to see any driver getting arrested. I do not want to see any driver feeling bad or getting bummed out by driving. And I also don't want to see any customers and riders feeling bummed out and getting scared of not using Uber and Lyft. One thing that I do is anytime that I get a customer that's scared and they tell me it's the first time getting the Uber, I love that customer because it's up to me to let them know, hey, look, these are the security features. Always look at the car, the driver, the license plate. If you don't feel comfortable, share your location, and they really appreciate it. You could tell their face. My parents, my mother, my loved ones, my sister uses Uber and Lyft, so I expect the same courtesy that I give my customers for other drivers to do it. And by all means, if you are a passenger and you see, an a-hole, whatever you want to call it, report them. Report them, because it's the good apples that we want to keep and it's the bad apples that we want away. Like always, thank you for watching. Stay safe out there.
University of South Carolina student Samantha Josephson made a mistake most people who use Uber can relate to, not checking to make sure the car she got into was the right one. The driver, who did not work for Uber, allegedly killed the 21-year-old. Now Uber says it is taking action.
How did her murder affect policy here?
Well, I can tell you, we are heartbroken about what has happened. For us, it's a reminder that we have to constantly do everything we can to raise the bar on safety.
Today, Uber is announcing the new technology together in partnership with the University of South Carolina to improve passenger safety. Tony West, Uber's chief legal and security officer, spoke with NBC exclusively at the company's headquarters in San Francisco.
in the app, when you've ordered your Uber, when it's on the way, you will get more persistent, more frequent push notifications to your phone that remind you to check your ride.
Uber giving us a preview of the new alert system that begins rolling out today.
Here's how these new safety features work. You open up the app as you normally would, and right away there's a reminder, a banner at the bottom that says check your ride every time. That means 3 things: the license plate, the car details, and the picture of your driver.
I plug in my pickup and drop-off information and wait for the driver to be assigned.
Now I get the second warning: check your ride every time. Let's say I lock my phone because I want to get my bag ready and I'm doing some other things, making sure the kids aren't screaming, I got to get out the door, and I get my third notification.
And within minutes, my Uber is arriving. Time to go through the checklist.
So here it comes. Obviously, this is a Nissan Sentra. I'm looking at the license plate. I might check it from behind in case it's not in the front. Just confirm that it is that license plate. It is. And here's the really important part when you get in the car. Hi, who are you here to pick up?
Uber for Stephanie?
All right, and the picture matches. It's definitely Verna. I'm going to get in. There have been stories around the country for years about fake Uber drivers. Should Uber have been more proactive sooner?
Well, I'll tell you, Stephanie, you will never hear me say that we have done enough on safety. It's my commitment. It is the commitment of the entire company.
Earlier this month, Uber was sued by 3 women in Los Angeles who were allegedly assaulted by fake Uber drivers. They claim that Uber knew about fake drivers luring passengers in the area, but failed to warn the riders. Uber doesn't comment on pending litigation.
When I hail a taxi in New York City, I know it's a taxi.
Yeah.
It's yellow, it's got a light, the driver has a medallion. Is it time for Uber drivers to be more official?
Well, I'll tell you, there have been a lot of ideas that have come about in the last couple of weeks. The technology itself is a great tool to ensure that you are getting into the right Uber vehicle.
I wonder, when you consider the new safety technology, do you factor in the fact that sometimes people are a little drunk when they use this app?
Yes.
And trying to find license plates or names or makes of cars, that gets difficult. How do you accommodate that?
You do your best to be persistent and frequent in the push notifications about that critical information. It's really, really important, just as, buckling your seatbelt is, and it's become sort of second nature whenever we get into a car to buckle up. It has to be second nature before you get into a car to ask, hey, who are you here to pick up?